Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Die Spear Eat, and today we're going to be going over this Oceanammo Reef 100 if you're considering a spear gun for shore diving or light blue water. This might be in your considerations. So let's go from butt to tip and let's go over this thing. And before we go any further, make sure to subscribe and also check out these new shirts that I just launched. Very excited. There are a limited quantity of these remaining. And also, this spear gun was sent to me by Oceanammo, full disclosure. And outside of that, no products, no money was exchanged, purely send the spear gun. I'm gonna be sending it back after the review, but without further ado, let's dive in. So let's go over who is Oceanammo, or where is Oceanammo, all of the above. So Oceanammo is a small spear gun manufacturer. They're based out of San Diego, and their kind of mission statement, I'm paraphrasing here, is to deliver affordable, high quality, and reliable spear guns to the masses. That's their mission statement. They believe they can bring a superior product to the masses without breaking the bank, that perform well, and and they look great, and I think they personally do. So that's a little bit about Oceanammo. If you want to learn more about them, I'll add a link in the description for you to check it out. So here we go. Let's get into one of their most popular spear guns. This is the Reef 100. I'm going to be going over the specs first, and then my first impressions, and also what I've heard from others that have this spear gun or another spear gun from Oceanammo. So on this Teak Reef 100 spear gun by Oceanammo, you get an epoxy laminated plantation teak as the base, Tin Man Gen 2 AR handle with a ultra slick poly open track, and that track color can be chosen by yourself to whatever you would like. Completely ballast from the factory, a double wrap with 300-pound mono to a 6-inch shock bungee. Heavy duty line anchor. Spear gun bands are mani-sub semi-reactive 16mm bands. You get 2 of them. You got a Hermes reverse roller mech trigger group. Custom laser work is free. So if you see, this one doesn't have it, but some spear guns that you may see out there in the wild, they do have laser, kind of custom laser etching in the base. And all their spear guns come with a 5-year warranty. Shipping goes out in 3 to 5 days typically. Shipping costs roughly $30-ish depending on where you are, and they do ship international too. Obviously that will cost more. So there's a little stat rundown of this spear gun. So my first impressions of the spear gun. When I first got this in the mail, I was thinking, how do you sell a spear gun like this, of this caliber? And I'm not just saying it because I'm not blowing smoke, for $430. And at the recording of this video, that's the price point now. But it is a full teak gun, and with the hardware that you get compared to others in that price point for a teak spear gun, that is pretty darn incredible. So yeah, just do your research and see if you can get anything close to this for that price point. That was my first impression. I was like, how do you even sell this profitably? So yeah, anyway, starting from the butt, it comes with kind of like a rear painted, it's painted black, about maybe ½ an inch in the rear. It does not come with a rubber pad or anything. It's just kind of cut smooth, sanded, I assume, and it's nice and flat and wide. So one thing, I wish it had some sort of butt pad or maybe an attachment that you can purchase from them that you can put on the base and to help you keep it centered when you're loading the spear gun. But other than that, it's pretty wide, so I don't think you'll have that issue, but I have had problems with not any spear gun really. It's probably more user error, but it'd be nice to have that insurance of when you're loading, it doesn't slip off the chest plate, and you know, everyone knows if you've done that, it hurts. So that'd be nice. Comes with a nice bungee or kind of this paracord, and I do appreciate that they use purple, which is the track color inside, to match. It's a small thing, but it's nice. I haven't used these Tin Man Gen 2 trigger handles, or these handles, but they are really, really nice, ergonomic. It's very reminiscent of a firearm, like an AR handle. It is very, very nice. And what can I say about this trigger group? It's one of the best in the industry. There's other really, really good ones out there, but Hermes is one of the best spear gun hardware manufacturers. And this one is the reverse roller mech, and at a very high level, instead of using a friction mech like your Pathos trigger groups, where it uses essentially a friction shear. It just uses friction to hold on, and then once you pull that trigger, it just releases across like a tooth. But this one, they use essentially rollers, and when you release, it's super smooth and less friction. And the idea, you get better trigger pulls and it lasts longer. And I will say, I'll pull the trigger for you in a second with not the bands loaded, just so you can see how hot this trigger is, at least from what I'm used to, which is typically my Pathos sniper roller. It is much, much smoother. So trigger group's amazing. This track, I was very skeptical. I have not used the spear gun in the water, so take that for what you will, like, take that for what it's worth. But this track, this open track, is from the owner. He describes it as like virtually frictionless. They use their own kind of proprietary like their own formula to create that open track. One, you can change the color, which is a nice touch, but outside of that, functionally, it's very smooth. And it's really, really smooth. And apparently in the water, it's smoother. It's really tough to get that across on camera, but I'll do my best to show you. The bungee comes with, or the Dyneema it comes with, kind of, I guess, standard, comes with 2 reactive mani-sub bands. I love mani-sub bands. That's just my personal take. I think they're very linear and they're smooth to load. And these are 2 16mm bands. I'm sure, I don't know if you can, but I'm sure you could. I'm sure you can ask for specific colors if they have it, but 2 16mm mani-sub react bands, which is really nice. And then you have a bungee set up here. This one does not have a reel in this example, but you are able to attach a reel, and I've seen a lot of them online and other people that have the spear gun to have the Hermes reel, the horizontal reel attached here, so you can always make that upgrade. So if you're starting out in the sport and you want to grow with the spear gun, this is a great option. The build quality is good. You get your custom etching, laser engraving, which is, it doesn't affect the performance by any means, but it typically would go right here from what I've seen. And it's just a nice touch, and for the price point, it's great. And you're gonna grow. You can grow with this setup. You could always refinish the wood. That's a great thing about the teak guns versus a pipe gun. And you always change out the bands, you can always add a reel later. Probably starting off with this would be great. I'm just overall very, very impressed. And I'm not just saying that. I haven't shot the spear gun, so that's one thing, but I've heard from plenty of people that these things shoot extremely straight and true. And on paper and feeling it in the flesh, I can see how that could be the case, at least when it comes to shore diving and light blue water. I can't speak to the larger tuna guns, but if it's resembling any bit of this shore or this Reef 100, I would imagine it shoots pretty darn well. Those are my initial impressions, and from what I've heard, it shoots well, it's durable, and I've only heard good things. Well, not just from the owner, but from people that do carry an Oceanammo spear gun and use it regularly. There seems to be some sort of community or kind of cult following with these spear guns. There's my impressions of the Oceanammo Reef 100.
So if you're looking for a teak gun, Oceanammo should be high on your considerations list. For the price, the quality, it's a great deal. So hope you enjoyed this review. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and be sure to check out my new Dive Spear Eat shirts as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.